Now this is arguably the easiest single arm balance. So opening up like so and lifting this hand up. Now it looks easy when someone else does it. It's not stupidly easy, but when it compared to something else like a one arm handstand, this is going to take you, I don't know, 18 months, 2 years to achieve, to be able to hold something like this. But the elbow lever can be done in a few months, if not weeks. That's as long as you already have some sort of body control. So we want to be able to hold a hollow body like so, making the body one segment. That's going to make it much easier to control. If our body's all segmented and moving around, it's going to make it much harder. We already need to have some balance control as well. Not necessarily a decent handstand, but ideally have decent control in something like a crow or frog position, so you can understand that counterbalance. When the feet are low, head and shoulders do the opposite. When the head and shoulders are down, the feet and hips come up, and vice versa. Then we just need to take the position lower and spread it out, like that single arm elbow lever. We're in one segment and it's very close to the body, but there's longer lever arms. In some ways that makes it easier, in some ways it makes it harder. If we're out of position, it's going to have a bigger impact. If we're in the sweet spot, it's going to make things easier. But a cool one to play with is the double arm elbow lever first before we go into the single one. Now with the double one, we need to bring the elbows in towards the hip, and we can frog the knees out to the side. So fingers out to the side like this. I'm being in this position. So see how I'm creating clearance by taking the knees out to the side, but my elbows are more or less on top of the hands. And then you can see what I've got in front of my base, my hands, is the same as what's behind from a positional weight point of view. And then nice and simple, we're just going to extend that out. Now, if you struggle with that, you can keep toes on the floor and extend the head and shoulders up, or you turn the hat around, you put the head down and extend the feet up. But in a lot of ways, it's actually just as easy to take the head and shoulders forwards, the feet backwards, keep them off the floor, just move nice and slow, trying to hold the balance. So elbows into the center, start in the froggy position, and then slowly extend out, lifting and extending up as much as you can. Now you'll hear my voice will go funny there on that one, and it's more because of mobility. The two-arm version is actually harder mobility-wise to open up than the single-arm one. The single-arm one's just a little bit harder to balance. So for the single one, I'm just going to bring the elbow in as much as I can towards the midline, towards my belly button, and see if I can get my elbow and my hand to be in line there. We don't want to be like this, so now you see the elbow isn't in line with the hand. I want to try and be there as much as I can in that position. Then I'm going to place my hands down on the floor, try and keep that elbow on top of the hand still, try and position the belly on top of the elbow like that. And then all I'm going to do, take this hand further away. So I'm in that position, and then see if I can lift my feet up in the air. Now, you'll either be able to do that or you won't be able to do it. And if you can't do it, it's probably because you're out of position in terms of the body on top of the elbow or the elbow on top of the hand. We need to make sure that the elbow sits all the time above the hand. And we also need to make sure that our body makes sense. So I can't be there and try and lift this left hand, because you can see there's so much of my body sticking out to the side. I need to be here in the center. So now if I try and lift this hand, there's equal amount on this side as well as equal amount of weight on this side and that side. So all four directions are in the middle of our balance. You can twist and compensate a little bit, but if you video yourself from the front and from the side, you should have a good idea of what's going on. It is slightly easier if you raise the hand up, because that allows you to dish or arch the body over the hand and the elbow. And then once we feel like we're getting closer to the sweet spot where we can start to balance it, we can come here, and I'm going to take this hand further away, go up onto fingertips like that, lift the feet, try and extend, making the body one segment like this, lift the head and shoulders, and then I can just start to take away fingers. We're looking for around 5 to 10 second holds with control in the position before we go to the next one. And be very careful you don't start throwing the hand up in the air, because we don't want to feel like we've got it, yes, and then lift up something quickly, because whatever we lift up quickly creates momentum. The other side is probably going to compensate and you're going to end up moving too fast. So any movement you do, try and make it really slow and hold the position for a few seconds before you make another movement. And probably the safest, easiest way of doing it is to find your position you're happy with, and then with this finger, just see if you can take it away for a second and back again, like that, instead of doing this. it sends less of a shockwave through the body. You're probably going to get some better holds. But once you're ready, just see if you can go into the position, go to fingertip, and then see if you can lift up and hold with control. Big smile. So that's a super quick tutorial. Have a play with it. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one.